Hey, welcome back to A Faster Me. This probably looks a little familiar to you guys. This is one of my favorite training roads. This is Brea Canyon here, and this route is just a segment on one of the routes that we do called Carbon Canyon Loop, and it's really just a really punchy ride through some rolling hills. But this section here is just like a flat out fast section. So we often do some pace lining or dynamic pace lining through here, just trying to rotate as fast as possible, keeping the speed high. We don't do a good job today. There's only four of us. I think it's our first time doing it with Jack. Ellen's legs were kind of busted too from some of the climbs earlier. We went pretty hard on a lot of these climbs and kind of battled each other and was doing some attacks throughout the day. So, but here, basically, we're just going to rotate like immediately. You kind of should be getting over on the person that just finished their pull kind of early once your bars and everything gets past their bars. So like now I'm going to start squeezing Marlena out just a little bit here. Real gradual, nothing abrupt. You don't want any abrupt lateral movements or anything. Someone should already be coming by me right here and kind of squeezing me out a little bit. We really need to tighten up our gaps a little bit here. You want to stay as aero as possible. But honestly, it was just a really sloppy kind of dynamic pace line. And not only that, you need more people, actually. We only had four people, and we had five, actually, but Lisa was with us, but something was wrong with her DI2, so she was stuck in the small ring, so she can't really go over 30 miles per hour. So yeah, we end up having four people. We should have actually, under this scenario, we should have taken longer pulls, but it's just something we wanted to practice. The four of us haven't been able to do this drill before, and I mean Ellen and I have done it, plenty of times because obviously she rides with me almost every time I ride. I think Marlena's done it with us maybe a couple times, and then Jack's never done it with us at all. So as you can see here, like you see how far Jack is away from Ellen, like there's no aerodynamic benefit there. We kind of need to be passing each other very close to keep the whole group kind of tight knit, and then just rotating over a little bit faster too to keep the speed higher. So I think I told Marlena to get up, I told her up a little bit just to put in a little harder effort. For the most part, I don't know if it was there or maybe the next rotation, but it's pretty much a red line effort. You know what I mean? It's only like a 6-7 minute, I think a 7 minute segment, but 7 minutes with four people. If you're like putting in a pretty hard effort for 5 seconds, you're gonna get like 15 seconds rest, just about, probably about 10 really, because part of it you're spending getting back on the wheel. But yeah, you're gonna get like 10 seconds rest, 5 second effort, and that's pretty good for 7 minutes. Most of the time, if you're in any type of decent shape, that's an effort that you can do. So here's where I told Marlena to pick it up a little bit because we really should be going faster. You should be hitting about 40 miles per hour. As you can see, we're on like a 2% downhill. So 36 is pretty good with only four people. And like I said, Ellen's legs were just dead to begin with. Jack, Marlena, and myself, we've been kind of battling all day. So it was just fun. They basically tag team me most of the day. They're attacking me on all the climbs. But, the three of us were feeling pretty good. So we should have been able to keep some pretty good speed, but unfortunately we weren't that efficient on this drill. And the speed wasn't that high. I think we only averaged about 29 miles per hour for this segment. And, we not obviously, but we definitely can go a little faster if we just utilize the draft a little bit more and be a little smoother. As you can see, no one's coming around me now. Jack kind of comes through. Ellen's dying, so she's just holding on to the last spot right now. I think she skipped a rotation or two. She's back in it now. As you can see, there she is. But, she's crying, and you can see her cadence is really slow here. So I kind of tell her to shift down one and accelerate. Obviously, when your legs are dying and you kind of push that big gear, you're going to burn them out even a little bit more. But yeah, it's a public road, so you definitely have to take safety in mind. You have to be aware of your surroundings, and safety is the first thing. We're out here kind of training and having a little fun, but, never at the risk of being, dangerous or not paying attention to cars, stuff like that. So This is about Marlena's last pull as well. She's kind of popped as well here. And, kudos to both the ladies because it is a really hard effort. And, women are super fast. And I know people hate when you say like men or women or whatever, but, some things are just reality. And when you're on the flats like this or downhill, raw power is more important than like power to weight. So even though the girls have like great power to weight compared to like Jack and myself, but we have just more raw power. So sometimes the effort's a little harder for them. And it's that's just life. It's the same with say smaller guys. It's the same thing. If you don't have like a little bit higher raw power when you're on the flats or downhill. So I think both of them did a great job. And from the rest of it here, it's just me and Jack now. Yeah. And Jack's, he's a little gassed too. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of punchy climbs before this effort here. And I definitely didn't have it in my legs to keep going at such a high pace for this distance. We usually do a sprint at the end when we hit the light. That's kind of like the end of the segment. And it just kind of times out to whoever's there, kind of launches a sprint. And then everybody tries to either a counter or latch onto it. But I was definitely popped already. Like you can see my watts are really low, my heart rate's high, and it's just a really long effort to try to make it to the light. So luckily Jack gets a second win and comes back by me here. And you can just see the draft benefit is like once I jump on Jack's wheel, I'm gonna be down to like nothing watt wise, As you can see, I'm in the 150 watts or whatever right now. So yeah, definitely the draft going at this speed or whatever is a huge benefit, but a little too late. We needed a bigger group. It's great when you have like 6 to 8 people doing it. You can get some really good speed, but I'm pretty much dead here. So I actually tried to sprint in the minute and I barely hit like 600 watts or something. I was just like really, my legs were just balloons basically. That was me trying to sprint right there for a second. I couldn't even get out of my saddle. So anyway, that's about it. Just a little, off-season training. It wasn't anything super special. This is just part of our ride. And every time we hit that segment, we do that. It's just, unfortunately, we're always with different people. So it's not like we have like a well-oiled machine coming through. It's just, that's the segment. That's kind of what we do. And it's a fun, fast, high-speed segment, and also you can get a little bit of practice for any type of team tactics there as well. So thanks for watching.